afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Aside Hot right here on Active Citizens. My name is Ifoma Oji, and I know as we do, I'm here. It's all about hot gist. And I'm not doing this alone. This afternoon, I am here with the ever beautiful Sharon Enemchukwu. Good afternoon, Sharon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, I love the voice. It's giving a chalugo. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm fine.
You look good as always.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
I can't see.
Yeah. All right, today, two high-profile Nigerian stories are raising questions about power, personal rights, and the boundaries between private life and public authority. So first, we begin with the controversy involving Senator Natasha Akpoti'S. The lawmaker representing Kogi Central says immigration officers at the airport seized her passport, preventing her from traveling despite no known travel restrictions or court orders against her. Natasha alleges the directives came from the Senate leadership after accusations that she damages Nigerians' image during foreign interviews. It's important to note that this comes just months after her suspension from the Senate was lifted. A suspension many analysts at the time described as politically motivated. The Immigration Service has since released the passport, but the circumstances surrounding the seizure remain unclear. Now, the situation raises questions about the use of state institutions in political rivalries and whether internal dissent among lawmakers is being met with intimidation rather than due process. Now, the key question here still remains: was there a legitimate legal basis for the travel restrictions? Who authorized the order? And what safeguards exist to prevent executives or legislative powers from encroaching on fundamental human rights? And now we're going to take a look at that video, and probably when we come back we get to offer our own opinion on the issue. Let's take a look at the video.
Nigerians, good morning. This is Senator Natasha Akpoti'S. Having completed my celebration of my second year in office, I decided to take a week off. So I'm at the airport here, and my passport is being withheld again. The same thing happened last time where my passport was seized. I have committed no offense, and there is no order from the court to withhold my passport and deny me traveling. The last time this happened, the officer in charge told us that the Senate President, Akpabio, instructed them to withhold my passport and prevent me from traveling because he said each time I travel out of the country, I smear the country's image by granting interviews out in international media. Please, can you tell them to release my passport and this embarrassment should stop? You have no right to withhold my passport. You have no right to deny me exit and entrance into my country. I have not committed any offense, and this must stop. Sorry. No, this must stop. As a matter of fact, I think I have to sue you for continuously embarrassing me. Sorry. No, don't tell me sorry. Can I please have my passport? You can't keep doing this to me all the time. I've been standing here for the past 20 minutes. Why are you doing this? What have I committed? The last time it had to take someone influential to call you to release my passport. That was what allowed me travel. Now again, you are withholding my passport. Why are you making calls? Is Godswill Akpabio so important? Why is he overruling boundaries? Godswill Akpabio, the Senate President, has instructed the Comptroller General of Customs to deny me exit, to withhold my passport. This is wrong. There was no order. Yes, I know I have 2 federal government cases against me, of which the President of Nigeria instructed the AGF to cancel the cases, to withdraw the cases. No, hold on, please. this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually spoke with Godswill Akpabio to terminate all the cases against me because he agreed that they were politically witch-hunting cases. Hold on. So there is no reason why my passport should be withheld at the international airport. There is no reason why. You have no right to do that, madam. You have no right. You are taking laws into your hands. There is no court order.
Now, such a sad incident. We remember in February where Senator Natasha Akpoti'S and the Senate President Godswill Akpabio had an altercation, more like a dispute, and which landed her to a sanction of 6-month suspension. And after the suspension, she was supposed to be reinstated, but it got stalled, and it reacted. Public started reacting. The likes of Randy Peters and the rest of them traveled all the way to Abuja to ensure that she resumes office, and she has resumed office, and we're seeing more of this on her. And I don't want us to, digress from the entire thing, but what I want to ask, from her comment, she said that it was Godswill Akpabio. She accused Godswill Akpabio of doing this, denying her passport. And she said that this is not the first time that this has happened, that it took an influential authority for them to release her passport. And I'm asking, what moral and legal standing does Godswill Akpabio, if we are to say that he is the one, what standing does he have, including the custom officers that were withholding her passport? What legal standing do they have to prohibit her from traveling?
It just doesn't make any sense, because when you come to Nigeria, it's only when you come to Nigeria that you can see cases like this, where a Senate president would just be crossing the boundaries blatantly before everyone, and nothing is being done. It's because he knows he can get away with this. Heck, he has gotten away with one too many of such similar cases. A fellow senator, you go as far as instructing, is this a kingdom?
I don't understand.
This is not a mafia. You don't go about giving orders in a democratic nation. This is not how things are done. Now let's also look at the international airport, where they are carrying out these commands, and I'm just asking, on whose payroll?
Exactly.
Who is paying you? We need to understand. If you are here to serve Nigerians, let us understand. If you are serving Akpabio and his family, let us understand as well, so that we can do due diligence in cases like this. Because you can't keep. What has this woman done to you? What has she done?
Really.
What is our offense? People have committed far worse. We have bandits in the bushes, in the forest, and still they walk even more freely than Senator Natasha in her own country. It just doesn't make any sense, because at the end of the day, it just shows how badly, right, how terrible our politicians can be, especially when you don't do things their way.
Exactly.
Or when you come out to oppose them, or you say things. It just hurts to see an innocent woman like Senator Natasha having to go through this time and time again. I thought they had, settled their disputes. Her inviting him over for the celebration of her 2 years in office, and I thought they settled that score. And to think that he is a man,
he even attended.
Right, exactly. I don't see, to be honest, I'm not dragging gender into this, but he is not acting as the Senate President of Nigeria.
I remember, had it been that there is any form of, maybe she wasn't delivering her duties as the senator, or she committed an offense. Now, I remember weeks back, she was sharing electric cars to the people in her community, to farmers in her community, to improve the lives of farmers in the community. This is somebody that has the interests of her community at heart. And I don't really, I'm yet to understand the particular problem. It's not like she is a criminal. It's not like she said that the cases that she has with the federal courts, that the president has dismissed it, that it was on the basis of political motivation. You understand? Yes, and witch hunting. So there was no ground for them to, be having the court cases and the rest of them. Exactly. And I just want to ask this question. Do you think that this incident is more like points to a possible misuse of state power?
It's not even possible. It's blatant misuse of state power. And the people that actually honor these type of instructions. It just shows that there is no integrity in our institutions. We're always talking about infrastructural reforms. Let's look at institutional reforms where somebody, because he's the Senate president, maybe he has thrown a few dollars or a few naira your way, you go and wake up one morning and forget your duties and forget what you're supposed to do. This is nonsense. Imagine this is not against Senator Natasha, who has the influence, who has the attention of the public. Is this how people are going to continue suffering? You can see that video when Senator Natasha brought out her phone, they started apologizing. Come on, you need to get exactly. It's because what if it was an ordinary citizen? So it would just go like that. I think at this point, when we're talking of infrastructure, which is beautiful, let's also look at our institutions. Let's look at our laws and our integrity. It's really, really sad.
It's really sad. And to think that this person that she is accusing is the president of the Senate House of Assembly, somebody that is supposed to be holding the law at his fingertips, is more like intimidating people. It is, for me, it is crazy and unheard of in a country. I mean, come on, there's nothing that we wouldn't expect from Nigeria, but I wasn't really expecting this particular story to keep on lingering. But let me just ask this question. Now, does this incident set a dangerous precedent where government critics or political rivals can be quietly restricted without legal process?
To be honest, it's already happening, because when you look at people who speak their mind, especially against this present administration, let's take a look at Sowore, let's take a look at Farutimi and the rest of them, or anybody that just comes out to speak their mind, they would become very familiar with Kiri in Nigeria. It's certain. There's no two ways about it, and it's back to back, right? And you see that even recently we've seen the accusation of murder against Senator Akpabio and the things that he did as governor. All of these things, it shows that when they know the law cannot back them or they cannot bribe their way out of it, they start seeking other means to settle their scores with people. And this is just happening because we have a system that upholds this bad character. We have a system that doesn't respect integrity and dignity. And this is why politicians can do away with these type of things.
You know, talking about Sowore, I don't know if you saw the video where the police commissioner of Lagos State declared him wanted. And I was asking, yes, he should report. And I was asking, on what grounds does that man have to declare a citizen of Nigeria wanted? It is not that he is a criminal. It is not that he has committed atrocities that, I mean, is too humongous that you say that, okay, this person is... I don't really understand.
They are pointing to the protest, and you know, in the video, the commissioner was saying that he could do that in Abuja, so
yes, Lagos, I do that. You could see how these authorities seize every single or every small opportunity to make sure they intimidate the dissent. But I love the fact that, I mean, these people are keeping and standing up for themselves and for what they believe in. But I just want to ask, how does this reflect on Nigerians' global image regarding rule of law, democratic freedoms, and human rights?
It's reflecting poorly, just with what Donald Trump came out to say. After that particular post, we saw them also dragging the Kanu state governor for encouraging Sharia law in Kanu state. And you know, the Sharia law is really, it goes the extra mile, like way deep when it comes to punishing people for things as it concerns their Quran and stuff. But I'm just saying that generally it is such a situation that we've seen it as normal. It's now a norm in Nigeria, in our society, where things like this just slide and fly easily because we have let it happen for so long. And so sometimes even Nigerians forget that it's not supposed to be. They just go along with it as well.
Well, I love the fact that, I mean, she takes every opportunity when something like this happens to always speak up. Same with Shore, same with Dele, Fidelity, same with a lot of Nigerians, and I love the fact that they are motivating others to speak up. Was it yesterday that we discussed about a certain road in what was it called, Bayelsa State? The brother Magi Abi brother, I can't really remember his name. He was talking about the situation of the road in Edo State, and he was so angry. This is the government that have actually allowed its citizens to get to the point whereby it is now anger that they use to express themselves, which is very, very wrong. Citizens don't need to react before you take initiatives to do the right thing. But let's move over to the second story. Now, meanwhile, in another story, blending power, family, and public spotlight. Actress Regina says her siblings were arrested on the alleged orders of her husband, businessman and Senator Ned Nwoko. She claims the arrests were aimed at pressuring her into compliance over personal disputes, including her refusal to enter what she described as rehab. Now her mother has now publicly backed those allegations, accusing the senator of using his influence against the family and causing him in an emotional outburst, a sign that the rift has moved beyond private mediation. There has been no official statement yet from the senator himself. While family disputes are personal, the allegations that state security organs may have been involved raises a broader concern: the potential misuse of public power in private matters. Now, I would want us to take a look at that video. We remember when Regina Daniels came out in the public weeks ago to say that in her house that she is a queen, but in Ned Nwoko's house that she is treated as a slave, which garnered a lot of reactions on social media. A lot of people saying trouble in paradise, that I thought you said that it's better to cry in a Lamborghini than crying in Keke na Pepe. And I mean, a lot of things, but we have a new development right now, and I want us to take a look at the video, and when we come back, we'll dissect the issue.
I advise you and don't take alcohol, okay?
You should talk to guys.
Beating to stupor. Let's get them money to beat children. Sammy is being held. Nigeria, come and help me. Nigeria, come and help me. My son is in problem. I've not seen for the past 7 hours that they held him here. I am begging you. Even the man holding this, he's also drunk. The man holding this camera, he's drunk. I know you people can detect his number. The way they are treating my son, find a drunk arrest warrant. They should have kept him at the back of the counter, not took him inside the cell. They beat him, 4 men with gun, they were hitting him gun. Nigeria, come and help me. My name is Mr. Daniel, the mother of Regina Daniel. Senator Nwoko gave them money to come and beat my son to people. They are acting based on Senator Nwoko. I am telling you, this is abuse of power. Nigeria, listen to me, this is abuse of power. So, Oga officer, continue for the advice and don't take alcohol, okay?
You should talk to guys.
Now, Regina's brother tweeted saying that he did his best, now it's family over anybody, and it was actually Sweezy that states that he came out to say that is now family over, business. And it's so sad that this whole thing has turned out this way. Something that was supposed to be a family, more like resolution, has spiraled into the public, and everybody is now lending their voices on a family matter. But let me just get your take.
Just a new update on the whole arrest. So we are seeing now that Sammy West is also being taken to Kanu Magistrate Court in Abuja, and that they want to get a remand order to remand him in Kefi, which is a prison in Nasarawa State. Oh my goodness, this is I don't know. This is when this came out, right? And Nedwoko came out to say that Regina Daniels is abusing drugs. She has refused rehab. She's the violent one. A lot of people bought that narrative, but I personally, I just felt like it was one of those Nigerian, and I said it's Nigerian movie.
Yes, she was smoking.
Where you would take, where a powerful man would use his power as an excuse to cover up his crime and cover up things. Now this is, I don't know, but this just, it fits the script. This particular situation with Nedwoko and Regina Daniels fits the script, and we also saw Regina Daniels comment on her story on Instagram, coming out to cry out, saying that she does not want that after this person, her brother has been arrested, that the next person will be her baby sister Destiny Daniels as well, which means her husband or ex-husband or whatever is coming after all her family members. And it's really it's the same thing you asked, right, with Akpabio and Senator Natasha, where people who hold public offices, when you offend them, they use that public office to settle personal issues and personal battles
without procedures, legal procedures.
Because you are arresting him, and what we're hearing is that you're arresting without a warrant at all. And you know, even Regina Daniels' mother have come out to make all that proclamation, saying Regina Daniels gave him 50,000 naira when he was running
$50,000.
$50,000. I apologize. $50,000 when he was running for senator, and how he needed her star because she was shy. All of those stuff, all of those accusations back and forth, and it's really, really sad to see. This is 25 years old girl that we're talking about, Regina Daniels, and to see that, you know, your personal choices can affect your entire family, or you can use public office to settle personal beef. It's just screaming immaturity at this point, but it is what we see. The Senate President can do it, Senator Nedwoko can do it as well.
Oh wow, I mean, since they're in that, you know, political atmosphere, they can do anything and get away with it, which is very, very wrong. For the fact that Regina Daniels is just an actress, what more can she do? But when you needed publicity, she gave you the fame that you need, and now everything has turned south. You were actually supposed to put your family in order. Instead, it escalated this month. But he has not come out to say anything about that. It's Regina Daniels' family side that we are hearing their side of the story, and Regina Daniels is saying that it's because that she doesn't want to return to the home that is rehab. That is why he is going against or coming for her family. But we still see more development on this. We'll follow up on the story. And now on our final story, I want us to take a look at a funny but rather interesting video. When we'll come back, we'll laugh small.
We dey watch you for this time. If you not the original Chris, what do we go do you? We dey watch you. Security, everybody dey watch you. If you know say you know the original Chris, just come up for this time now. See us when you get. See your wardrobe. If you know say you know the original Chris, come up for this time now. We dey watch you. Not go use our time. This our time. They peaceful. Not go turn our time to another thing. No. Come up for this time now. So they follow you the talk, so I will send all the security personnel for this time. Make them know, make them observe you. They observe you before. Back now. Paco. They tell you now, see your duplet. They wash you, may you not worry. They wash you. You know they want me. They wash you. They wash you, don't worry. They wash you. No problem. I told them they see the way they behave.
That was rather funny. This may be original Chris. Come on for you. So they actually have original Chris.
No, you don't know in Nigeria.
It was quite funny. But let me just ask this simple question. Do you think that man is crazy?
You know, I don't know why they'll say I watch a lot of movies. This reminds me of an old Nollywood movie featuring Genevieve Nnaji. I can't for the life of me remember the name. But in that movie, they equally had a madman. So he's a professor that read too much and ran mad. So so he was not really mad in the sense that he was naked, but he was not mentally stable. But Genevieve was the mad person. Now Genevieve's character, not Genevieve mad.
Yeah.
But Genevieve's character was the mad person. So he saw her, liked her, made her his wife, brought her, and you needed to see how he was describing the place. So they had what rain fell and there was erosion. So he said, "Oh, that's my swimming pool."
Oh, good.
He came inside. The bed was soaked because the roof was leaking. So that's the water bed.
Oh, good.
Relax, have fun. So this just looks like that movie to me. If you remember,
Just
write it down in the comments. Emergency something, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But anyway, maybe there are some madness that comes with creativity. The creative person is a little bit mad.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Creative person with not enough resources.
You know, it actually reminds me of Faith of Big Brother. You know, some people will say he's crazy, but crazy in a good way. No, doctor, no, I don't know if you've seen his videos. The way he analyzes things, he's very, very creative. But sometimes he passes off as somebody that, I mean, he's losing some nuts. He's not disclaimer.
I believe that every creative person is a little bit
Exactly. But
really creative man doing
yeah,
things.
exactly. But on a deeper level, yeah, I am seeing a concerned citizens trying to protect his community. Now you see that this might actually not be someone that is mad. It's for this possibility that this person is not mad. Maybe he has come to the community as a watchdog.
Which watchdog?
There's possibility of attack.
Which
banditry. Do you know in that duplex, it's duplex, not duplex, that's what he says, see your duplex. In that duplex, he might actually have some, ammunitions inside that duplex.
What are you saying? Come on.
So, no, I say let's treat this as a deep issue. A lot of people will say otherwise, but whatever it is,
usually people that say otherwise.
See, whatever it is, but that house was really beautiful and creative, I must say. I give it to the mad creative, man.
Director.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he's crazy or he's not crazy, if he has interior or ulterior motive, whatever he has. Whatever he has. Two different cases, but both touching on a critical theme. Where does private power end and public authority begin? As these stories develop, Nigerians are asking, are state institutions being used to settle personal or political disputes? What legal protections exist for ordinary citizens? Even if senators and well-known families face such challenges, and how do we ensure accountability in a democracy where power, influence, and emotions often collide? For now, we await official clarifications and hopefully lawful resolutions. My name is Ifoma Oji, and I am being joined in the studio by Sharon and Chuku, who helped me dive those stories this afternoon. It was so beautiful to have these conversations with you, which is gracias. All right, thank you so much to our viewers for always joining us every single time on Active Citizens. We appreciate you so much. But however, if you're yet to like, comment, share, or subscribe, please do well and subscribe, like, share, and comment. And if you're yet to follow across all social media platforms, please go ahead and find us across all social media platforms at Active Citizens, and you can find me on my private Facebook page at Oji Ifoma on Facebook, and on Instagram at Misolex. Sharon, you
can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sharon Chuku.
Now till we come your way again in the evening for Active Citizens, we discuss political issues. Do have an active afternoon.